My director reminds me to remind you that we have an incredible feature coming your way shortly. He calls it Stories of Jaba. Yes, the costly Jaba rush. Pretty much not Stories of Jaba, but indeed a piece that has been compiled by our very own Muguka William that really you do not want to miss out on as he walks the journey of the Miraa drivers. And so tonight we explore a story that has been also highlighted so many times. The high-speed rush by drivers is transporting Miraa and Muguka to markets across Kenya. Well, the neck-breaking speed due to the knowledge that these stimulants are highly perishable, so they claim. In this special report by Muguka William, the coin is flipped. We reveal the other side that is beyond the dramatic heroics and the speedy thrills. We look at human cost of this very trade. Take a look.
Reckless, fast, daring and adrenaline-driven. These are the moving coffins. In their wake, death.
Nilisikia watoto wakisema kuna boys wawili wamegongwa na gari ya Miraa. Gari yenyewe imeenda na moja amekufa.
Broken hearts.
Anytime I hear an accident, I literally cry because I remember how mom died through those proboxes, the speeding.
The real fast and furious Miraa and Muguka cars of Meru and Embu.
The product is sorted, packed and ready for the market, but this product will need to get to Nairobi in the shortest time possible.
Behind the wheel of this vehicle is this man who will hit the road in high speed and bullishly deliver the cart. Our cameras made inside the cabin to get you a first account on how this vehicle is dangerously driven. With one foot on the brake and the acceleration pedal, the driver pushes this vehicle to its possible top speed along the busy Mwea-Makutano stretch. At a top speed of 140 kilometers per hour, music and a handful of Muguka is all that he needs to steer the vehicle. The product has to get to the market on time. As this driver speeds the car to its destination, a tale of agony, pain, sorrow is what is left behind. This fresh grave tells it all. Not long ago in this busy stretch, 47-year-old Geoffrey Kenya was knocked down by a Miraa-faring vehicle and died on the spot.
Na tukaachana, akaenda kazi na mimi nikaenda mali, nilikuwa naenda shule fulani hapa inaitwa Kibebe. Na mimi nilipotoka Kibebe nikarudi nyumbani, simu yangu haikuwa na moto, ilikuwa inaelekea kuzima. Nikuja kuamsha na bibi yangu akaniambia, "Unje kwani ulifanya simu nini? Haingii na venye umepiga simu mingi." Kwenda kufungua simu, masimu ndio kama message kaanza kuingia. Nikapata mtu mmoja ambaye ni mayango, anaitwa Monene Kabebu. Simu yake ikaingia mara moja, akaniambia vile mambo iko, akaniambia ndugu yangu amegongewa pale Mururi.
The father of three buried at his Kembembe home, Kirinyaga County, 2 weeks before the documentation of this report.
Alimpata kule kwa pavement, ako kando kabisa, hapo ndipo alimgongea. Hata ni hand on collision. Sio kugonga, ni kugongana.
Kenya is said to have been a frequent road user, supplying farm produce to different towns along the Mwea-Embu Road.
Sisi nikiwa mtoto, hii magari ilikuwa inapita hapa. Hata isipokuwa sasa hii, kuna wakati ilikuwa inapita masaa jioni, masaa kama hii sasa. Na tulikuwa tunaona tu gari zinakimbia, gari za Miraa, hata watoto wanasemanga ama unaenda kama gari ya Miraa. Nilikuwa nimekimbia kama gari ya Miraa. Lakini sikuwa nadhania siku moja itafika mahali hata mimi ni affected.
The January 26th, 2025 incident, a deadly crash that claimed the life of Kenya, would have locals retaliate by burning the truck that was ferrying Miraa. Locals expressing their outrage over the frequent fatal road crashes.
Along the Nairobi-Embu highway, this stretch that is between Mwea town and Kimbembe town is considered as the most notorious stretch, leaving scores crippled, others motherless, others fatherless, and in most extreme cases, parents childless.
In November 2024, another fatal road crash claimed the lives of 2 children. In this informal settlement at the heart of Wangoro, Mwea, Sombanes commands the atmosphere. Esther Njoki is yet to come to terms with the loss of her 12-year-old son Michael Gishoki.
Walikuwa rasiboni, sasa hiyo kidoda hata sijui itapona.
Gishoki, together with his 8-year-old friend, were riding a bike to Mwea town to get a shape when their lives were cut short by a speeding Miraa ferrying truck heading towards Nairobi.
Sasa hiyo asubuhi mimi nilienda kasi na yeye akachukua baisikeli kwa nyumba, wakaenda wakiwa wawili kunyolewa, akiwa na mtoto wa neighbor. Saa ilikuwa masaa ya saa 4. Mimi nilikuwa tu bado kasini, nilipigiwa simu, lakini mwenye alinipigia simu hakuniambia ni nini. Aliniambia tu nitokezee niende, mwenyewe amesema ataweka maji kwa shamba, nitakuja. Nilikuwa tu peke yangu, nitakuja kumalizia tu kesho. Nikakuta watu wamejaa hapo, lakini tu nilisikia watoto wakisema kuna boys wawili wamegongwa na gari ya Miraa. Gari yenyewe imeenda na moja amekufa, mwingine amepelekwa kwa hospitali.
The mother of 6 lives on with the scar of losing a child. Gishoki was Njoki's last-born child.
Na nimelea wengi na walikuwa tu wanatembea kwa hiyo barabara, na sijawahi kusikia mambo kama hiyo.
The devastating pain inflicted by speeding Miraa Muguka ferrying trucks is felt far and wide. Meru, in a silent village in Tigania East, there are families that also bear the brunt of the high-speed driven vehicles. At the home of Jackson Kobia, this graveyard serves as a painful reminder of losing a breadwinner.
Asubuhi saa 11 nikaamka, nikaoga, alafu wakati ule niliweka viatu, nikienda safari, nataka kuenda safari niende. Watu waliniambia Kobia yuko, aliaga.
The incident of November 23rd completely altered the lifestyle of this family. Kobia's life cut short, the burden of raising 6 children will fall on his wife.
Anachomesa watoto wake, hakuna shida. Kuna tamba ilikuwa pale, tunataka hata tunasema tunaenda kujenga huko, hata mawe yako huko. Na mambo yalibadilika sana.
Do not be mistaken. The speeding trucks ferrying these stimulants have not spared even the chauffeurs. In Embu town, we meet up with Ruth John, a former entrepreneur in the Muguka business. She now depends on this clutch to move from one point to the other. Albeit able to walk on her 2 feet, Ruth shares that she experienced pain on her spine, a reminder on how she survived 2 road crashes in 2 days. Ruth refers to herself as a walking miracle. She is no longer in Muguka business after surviving the deadly crashes in the year 2020 while embarking from her trip to the coast region where she had gone to deliver the stimulant.
I started noticing that the vehicle that I was driving was leaning towards now the right side, and we were about to hit a ditch, and that would be terrible. So I swapped the vehicle so that it can now remain on the road. Unfortunately, we rolled. Things happened so fast. We got out, the 2 of us, uninjured. Nobody was injured, actually. A few scratches here and there. And then we called the police by the help of the customers that we had on the other side of Minjila. We called the police, then they came, they helped us. We towed the vehicle to Gazen police station where we left it. And that was that. we requested a friend to help us, you know, so they came after they did their dropping, they picked us, so we were en route to Embu. The vehicle started now, we started to hear some funny noises from the vehicle until we stopped and realized that we had a loose mud flap. So when we realized we had a loose mud flap, that would not stop us from moving on with our journey, carrying on with our journey. So we continued with our journey. Whatever happened after that, I can never be able to explain up to date.
The mother of three, who has turned into a champion of people living with disabilities, sustained a compressed spine, adding she risked losing both of her legs were it not for the quick medical intervention she received.
They had to put chuma and some screws to support the spine because it was not okay. Even walking was a problem. The
once thriving businesswoman in the Muguka business, envied by many because of her driving skills, now holds a different opinion on the rush to get the stimulant to the market.
Everybody who is in that business to really take care of themselves and to know that whether they are there or not, Muguka will be consumed unless the government bans it. It will be consumed, and we only have one life. One life.
In the semi-arid region of Chicago Mbere North constituency, the presence of Teresia Ndegi will no longer be felt. Ndegi was a Muguka farmer and a trader when her life was cut short in the year 2019.
She made a phone call to school through our cook. Then she inquired how I was doing, if I was working hard. I told her yes. Then she promised once we come home for the half-term break, she has a present for me. That was the last conversation we had with her. Unfortunately, before even we broke for it, she passed away. So I didn't get the present. She got a road accident on her way back from work.
And the cost of losing their breadwinner took a toll on the family.
Our third born was in Form 2 then. That journey, the remaining classes, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, it wasn't easy. She was in and off school.
The emotional tales by the survivors of speeding Miraa and Muguka ferrying trucks portrays a national concern on the need for further engagement into the growing menace caused by the business of ferrying the stimulant. The National Police Service has reiterated that vehicles will be expected to adhere to traffic rules in new sanctions aimed at bringing sanity in the Miraa transport.
There is no vehicle that is exempted from, if you flout any traffic rule, then any vehicle is apprehended.
By the time of filming this report, trucks from Meru had halted businesses to deliberate on new stringent measures to guide the ferrying of the stimulant.
Unajua unakuwa na awareness. Sasa lack of awareness ndio inawafanya wawe wakilitiba kwa barabara. Lakini sisi kama SAMA tutawadhibiti through NTSA.
In a report by the National Transport and Safety Authority, a surge by 2.2% of road crashes was reported in the year 2024, where at least 2,407 people lost their lives in road crashes between January and July 7th. Miraa ferrying vehicles contributing to these alarming figures.
The remaining part is the Muguka part, and we have engaged the transporters and the growers.
Sheria tumesema after every month hawa dereva wetu wa gari wote tunawaita, tunaketi nao na tunaita watu wa NTSA kuwakumbusha kama kuna kitu mtu ameona kama amekuwa expert sana ajue kando na kuangusa gari pia kifo kiko.
Close to 90% of residents of Igembe South, Igembe North, Igembe Central and parts of Tigania East in Meru County live on Miraa farming as their sole source of income. Down to Mbere South, Mbere North in Embu County and parts of neighboring Kirinyaga County, Muguka, a variety of cat, is one of the highest income earners for the region apart from coffee, tea and other crops.
Miraa is almost everything. It is both the economy of Meru, it is social and a serious social agenda for Meru community. It is also a sacred crop.
The Igembe Farmers Welfare Association and Muguka Traders Association estimates the trade of the two stimulants fetches an approximate of 100 million shillings daily, with over 300,000 Miraa farmers in Meru and over 100,000 farmers in Embu and Kirinyaga counties dependent on the crop.
Miraa is our livelihood. I think about 98% of all households.
However, stakeholders and leaders from the Miraa and Muguka growing region hold the opinion through the help of government, alternatives can be achieved to facilitate the transportation of the stimulants to different markets across the country.
Mfanyikazi wa serikali ama mtu wa serikali anabeba na ndege na mtu mmoja juu ya ili akimbie. Mbona hii Miraa kuliko isinde ikikimbia iende mbio? Mbona iwezi tafutiwa ndege?
We have a airport in Isiolo that needs about 100 meters tarmac or runway to be completed. We have discussed it with the president, and very soon we are completing it. So the moment we are through with it, we will get away from the loans.
We have an airstrip here in Embu. We can have it operational.
But before these ideas can come to life, the pain, sorrow, remorse will continue to live on as an undying reminder of what it takes for the Muguka and Miraa to reach its consumers who in Mary chew it.
Wakiingia kwa town, si wao wanapeleka hiyo magari yao vibaya juu sasa hatuwezi kuwazuia ndio wapeleke hiyo Miraa yao.
Imetuulia watu wetu wengi sana. Mpaka tunashindwa, kwani Miraa inakuwa ni kama ni dawa ati inapelekewa wagonjwa ndio wasikufe.
Anytime I hear an accident, I literally cry because I remember how mom died through those proboxes, the speeding.
The stimulant has reached Ngara, Nairobi. For them, it is a good day in the office, a profit in the books. But for those living in the areas around the route, death, injuries, and questions on who they should speed to, since law enforcers seem to have turned a blind eye, either by design or by default. Mwege William, TV 47.